Hey everyone, how y'all doing? Welcome and welcome back to my channel and welcome to week 1 of NaNoWriMo. I can't believe it's NaNoWriMo. It's actually currently like 11:30 for me on Halloween, so I still have about half an hour until it's officially NaNoWriMo for me, which is why I thought that I would come onto the writing vlog, start it, talk about my feelings before heading in to NaNoWriMo and drafting my project AMS. If you've missed my past few writing vlogs, I will link above the playlist for my writing vlogs for the year, and you can just scroll until you find the Preptober ones. But my NaNoWriMo project this year, I am calling it AMS. That is the acronym for the title that I am not currently sharing online. And this is a project that I've been wanting to work on for years. But every time I went to work on it, it just wasn't flowing. And then something just clicked for me, I believe back in September, maybe August. And it just started to flow in a way that it hadn't before. And now I'm actually ready to write the book. Ready being a relative term, I'm not actually ready, hence this whole spiral that I'm about to have and you guys are about to witness. I feel like because I've been wanting to write this book for so long, like I've been wanting to write it since before I even had the concrete idea for the book. It's very, very, very loosely inspired by something I went through in high school, and I've been wanting to explore this in a book since high school, but I got the idea officially for it in 2020. So it's been at least a couple of years of seriously wanting to write this book and just not being able to. And I honestly do feel like it was one of those books that just needed to sit for a long time before I felt like I was anywhere near ready to write it. But because I've been wanting to write it for so long, I feel all of this pressure and all of this like expectation going into it, even though I know it's not going to be perfect. And I've talked about this a lot in vlogs. I know first drafts are not going to be perfect. I've done many first drafts before. I've written 6 books total, I think. So I know that it's not going to be perfect. And I also know that I can bring it to a point where it's as close to perfect as I can make it. So I know that I have it in me to make it a good book and make it what I want it to be. But it's just starting. That is so terrifying. And I already know that like I'm not super happy with how the book begins. I've never been happy with how the book begins, but I couldn't think of a different way. I'm sure it'll come to me when I go to do revisions in the future. But right now I can't think of another opening. So I already know that it's going to be really rough to start out with, which might get me discouraged or might make me feel shitty, but I know that I just have to kind of get through it and not think about it too hard. I'm pretty good at doing that. I'm pretty good at not getting really hung up on the little things and not getting hung up on the fact that it's not perfect. Yes, I will feel shitty about it. Yes, I will know that it's not good and I won't be happy, but I will still be able to write and continue the draft knowing that it's not good, and I love that about myself. But I'm just so nervous to start this book. And I talked about this in my last Preptober vlog, but I always get in this weird sort of like zen state right before NaNoWriMo starts. Usually like the last week before it starts or the last 2 weeks before it starts, where I just feel like, you know what, it is what it is. I don't want to mess around too much with the outline. Like whatever I've got is good enough. But then it's always right before NaNoWriMo starts, like the last hour or 2 before it starts, where the panic starts to sink in and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna be drafting a new book in a couple of hours. So that realization is really hitting me. I've been thinking about it all day, being like, oh my god, like at midnight I'm gonna be writing a new book. And not just writing any book, but writing the book that I've been wanting to write for years, and it's definitely one of the books on my heart, and I am just so nervous. I'm so nervous. Yeah, I know. Oh my god, I know it's gonna be rough. It's gonna be so rough. But I'm also just like kind of excited, but the excitement is definitely buried beneath a huge pile of stress and anxiety. So it's kind of hard to access right now. Maybe it'll hit me in a couple of days, but right now I'm just really feeling those nerves and feeling really nervous to work on this book. But yeah, so I'm gonna try to relax for the last like probably like 25-20 minutes now before NaNoWriMo starts, and then we're gonna go full swing with drafting this book. I think my goal for tonight is to try to get to 1,000 words. Sometimes I strive to get the daily word count before I even go to bed, but I would like to potentially work on my bullet journal a little bit. I don't know, it's not finished yet. My spread's for November and that's stressing me out, so I wouldn't mind working on it a bit before going to bed. But it kind of also depends how long it takes me to get the words down, because sometimes it takes me longer than others. I don't know what to expect going into this NaNoWriMo. I'm super nervous about it. Last year's NaNoWriMo was a little bit rough, so I'm hoping it at least goes better this month. But yeah, the goal right now is 1,000 words. We'll see how I feel once I hit those 1,000 words, but right now that is currently my goal. I'm so nervous. Like, I am so nervous. Yeah, I don't know. I can't stay up too late tonight because I do have my very first NaNoWriMo live show tomorrow afternoon. It probably wasn't smart of me to schedule a live show for the first day when I know I stay up late the night before. So this will be interesting. But yeah, I have my first live show tomorrow. It's the only one where it's just me. The rest of my live shows for the month have special guests. I believe the day after this is going to be uploaded. It'll be my live show with Livy Hart, who is the author of Talk Flirty to Me and the upcoming novel Planes, Trains, and All the Feels. That one comes out in May of 2023. I'm so excited to chat with her and do writing sprints. So as this is being uploaded, I believe that is tomorrow. But yeah, I'm feeling so many nervous feelings right now, so I am just gonna go try to relax until the clock strikes midnight and I have to somehow start writing a new book. So it's now about 1:54 in the morning. You guys saw that I finished writing, I think, past 12:30. It might have been around 12:40. I honestly don't remember now, but I ended up having like ramen and watching YouTube for a while. But the writing, I ended up writing 1,013 words, which, you know, my goal was 1,000 for the night, so that's good. However, was the writing any good? No, it was not. I got 2 chapters in. They're both very, very short chapters, which I think might be the vibe for this book. As predicted in my last couple of Preptober vlogs, the then timeline is not shaping up to be what I want it to be. I wrote a now timeline chapter and a then timeline chapter, and I think the then timeline like just doesn't know what it wants to be, and so I need to figure out what I want it to be. Originally I wanted it to be told just purely in email formatting, and there are emails in there. I wrote some of the emails today, but I used to want to have it just be told in email formatting in the then timeline, but then I changed it and I was like, I think it should be told more in a narrative style, and I was like, maybe it should be like the Summer I Turned Pretty and how those flashback chapters are written. And now it's kind of like a hodgepodge of it all, but I don't know. It's not coming out the way I want it to be, and so I might just make it email formatting. I don't know if I'm gonna like immediately resort to that this month or if I'm gonna wait to figure that out. I don't know, I might just immediately resort to it and just immediately stick to email formatting. I don't know how I feel about that, honestly, but I'm sure I'll figure it out at some point. I already know it's gonna need to be rewritten, so try not to worry about it too much. But as for the now timeline chapter, which is the first chapter, it's not awful, but it's not very exciting. It's very short. It's very like introspective, and it's a lot of her like inner monologue, which is not very exciting to read for the opening of a book. I think I've gotten better at it with recent books, but this one is definitely falling into that trap, and I don't like it. But you know what? I already knew I didn't like it, so this is just confirming that I don't like it. So when I go into revisions eventually, I need to try to make this scene more active or just change where I start the story entirely. I don't quite know. I do think that I might start the story in the wrong place, so I need to figure that out, but not right now. Not right now. That's for revision, Brittany, and I honestly don't know when I'm going to return to this book. Maybe next year, but I might revise something else. I don't know, but we're getting ahead of ourselves. I'm happy that I got 1,000 words. It's a good start to NaNoWriMo, and I'm glad that, like, you know, I've got words on the page, it's drafted, so I've gotten over that hump of just having to start the book and face that, like, empty page and the fear of starting a new draft, which means that I'm ready to jump into writing when I wake up and doing the live show and doing writing sprints. I'm very excited about it. I didn't end up working on my bullet journal at all, so I'm going to have to dedicate most of my day to that tomorrow when I'm not doing the live show. So depending when I wake up, I might just have time to like eat and get ready and then do the live show. But if I wake up earlier and I have more time, then I might start the bullet journal before the live show and then finish it afterwards. But regardless, I need to work on the bullet journal tomorrow. But I'm ready for bed because, like I said, I obviously do have that live show tomorrow and I need to make sure that I can wake up for it. So yeah, I'm gonna go to bed. I'm very tired and I will talk to you guys in the morning. Hello to the vlog. Hello everybody. Okay, so it is the end of day 1 of NaNoWriMo. I honestly meant to update earlier than this. It's currently like 11:20 or something, but I honestly forgot. So here we are. Today was such a nice day. I, like you guys know, wrote just over 1,000 words before I went to bed, and I didn't do any writing today until my live show. So I did my live show. It was so much fun. Thank you so much if you guys joined in. I had an absolute blast talking to all of you and getting some writing done. So I don't know how much I wrote actually just in the live show because I'm not about to do that math, but we did 4 sprints and my total for the day is 2,699. Does it bother me that it's not 2,700 even? Yes. Did I consider trying to find a place where I could just put in 1 word? Yes, I did. Did I do that? Obviously not. But yeah, I exceeded the daily word count, which was really great. That's usually my goal on the first day. So I'm really happy with this word count. The actual writing itself is a little questionable. It's not great. I think I've definitely decided that I've started the book off in the wrong place, and you know, I kind of felt that when I was outlining it, but I didn't quite know how to fix it and I just didn't want to bother with it too much. But sometimes it does take just actually writing it to discover just how wrong it actually is. So in revisions, I'm definitely going to need to find a better place to start it. I do think all the information that I've put down on the page is important. I just don't think it needs to be told in the way that I've told it thus far. I think that it can be told in a much better way. But there were some gems in there. You know, I sent a snippet to my group chat, but I sent it really late, so none of them have seen it yet. But yeah, overall, I had a great first day of NaNoWriMo. I'm happy that, like, you know, we ripped off that band-aid and, you know, we're drafting a new book. Obviously, I'm still scared and nervous because it's definitely so far not really looking like how I wanted it to look like, but I'm excited to get back to writing tomorrow. Yeah, but overall, today was a good day. I had so much fun doing that live show. I was really nervous for it because I haven't done a solo live stream in a really long time, and so I was a little worried that I would feel awkward or I wouldn't know what to talk about. And there were some moments where I was like, what do I talk about here? But overall, it was great. More people showed up than I was expecting, so that was also really lovely. I think some new people found my channel, which was just so much fun, and I'm hoping that it just is going to keep getting better and better from here because I had so much fun today. And now just knowing that I have guests for the next 4 live shows is going to be so much fun, and I'm just, oh, I'm so excited and I'm feeling really good right now. My voice is sounding weird and I have to go take a shower, so I'm gonna end this clip. But yeah, I had a great day and I will see you guys tomorrow. Okay, so it's now the end of day 2. I tried updating earlier, but my family came home like 30 seconds into the clip that I was making, so I just turned the camera off and I didn't get a chance to update till right now. But today I wrote 1,846 words. I'm gonna be real honest, they did not come easily to me today. Yeah, I 100% started the book off way too soon into the story. Like, it needs to start way later. Like, I need to get into the action a lot faster because none of the stuff that I'm writing right now is interesting and I hate it. So I think once we like actually get into like the meat of it and actually get to the part where I think the book should start, I think it's gonna go a lot smoother. And like I've said before in this vlog, I'm not fully obsessed with the then timeline because I feel like I didn't quite know what I wanted to do with it anymore. I had all these different ideas in my head for it and like none of them felt right, so I feel like I combined a lot of them and I hate them. So I need to find a better way to do the then timeline, maybe get rid of it altogether. I really don't want to get rid of it altogether because I feel like it's really important. I just need to find a way to actually make it work for the story because right now I feel like it's not working. But yeah, almost 2,000 words today. It was really difficult to get to that point, so that sucked. But for a total, I'm just over 4,500 words, which is really exciting. So we're almost at 5K. We love that. I feel like 5K is like the first like little milestone. I feel like 20K is where it really starts to feel like a book, but like 5K is like the first little like milestone, I feel like. So that's exciting. But yeah, it's not going well. And I feel like I always get so excited for NaNoWriMo, and then NaNoWriMo starts and I remember how stressful it is, but then also just how much I hate drafting and how stressful I find drafting is in general. Like, it is 100% without a doubt my least favorite part of the process. I really despise it because I draft so rough and just everything sounds like garbage to me that I literally don't enjoy it. Like, I don't find writing fun when I'm drafting, but I do find that NaNoWriMo is the best way for me to draft, like fast drafting, because then I can get through it really fast, obviously, which means I'm done drafting sooner and like I don't have to worry about it, and I can like go into revisions or start outlining a different project, which I enjoy slightly more than drafting. Fast drafting works the best for me and NaNoWriMo works really well for that, but God, I hate drafting so much, and I feel like I always, like, in my excitement for NaNoWriMo in general, I feel like I always forget just how much I hate drafting, or I try not to focus on how much I hate drafting and just focus on the excitement, which is a good thing. But then NaNoWriMo starts and I'm like, oh right, I despise this. That's how I'm feeling right now, 5,000 words in almost, and it's trash. But we're getting to the part that I feel like should have been the beginning of the book. So there's that at least. And I feel like I'll feel at least a little bit better once we get there. But yeah, so that's what's going on with me right now. I hate drafting. Does anybody truly like drafting? I feel like a lot of people do, and I'm just like an outlier in saying that I hate it. I much prefer revising. It's so much more enjoyable to me. I don't know. I really don't like drafting. Okay, so it's now day 4 of NaNoWriMo. I did not update my word count for yesterday, so I thought I would do that really quick. I wrote 1,832 words yesterday, which I'm not gonna lie was kind of a struggle to get. The writing was just not flowing yesterday at all, but it gave me a total of 6,377 words, so that was great. Today I wrote a bit more. I wrote 1,928, and the words, I wouldn't say they were coming easier to me today, but I feel like, I don't know, like it kind of came faster to me and came easier to me. I don't know, drafting this book is not going the greatest, which is like the story of my life basically. I never enjoy drafting. Drafting never goes well, and I already knew going into this that this book would not look how I wanted it to, would not resemble at all the book that I want. But I think it's because I know that I started the book off in the wrong place, that it's just kind of got me in this weird funk almost, where I just kind of feel very bleh about the book in general, because I have a total word count of 8,305 now, and the goal is only 6,667, so that's pretty great. But because I'm almost at like 9,000 words, 10,000 words, I'm feeling like the book is not where I want it to be, you know, which, you know, we've established. I just started it off in the wrong place, and I can fix this in revisions, but I feel like it's got me all jumbled up a little bit. I don't know. I did add a small detail into the like chapter that I wrote today that was not in my outline. It was just kind of a, you know, in the moment thing, something that was spurred on by a line of dialogue that I wrote that I didn't plan, and so now I'm gonna have to like remember to like bring up this detail like later on. But it's cute and I'm excited about it, so there's that. And we're like getting into Act 2 now. Like I'm pretty sure I just finished writing like the first scene of Act 2, so we're gonna start getting into things now, and hopefully I will find some sort of flow with it. But I don't know, I'm feeling really rough about it. Like, there's no descriptions, which again, I know that my descriptions are never there in the first draft. Like, I will add the odd one here and there, but like most of the time we're in a white room, we don't know what the characters are wearing, we don't know what the characters look like, and I'm okay with that for first drafts. But for some reason this time I'm like, it feels really lacking to me. And then I feel like for some reason, like, I'm either going into my character's head too much in some chapters and then not at all in other chapters, which again is something that can be fixed. But I don't know, I'm kind of getting in my head about it a little bit. It's not like anything too serious, like it's not gonna stop me from drafting, or, you know, I'm not getting like hung up on it, but I did just want to like mention it. And I'm just like not feeling at my most confident right now writing wise, which, you know, it is what it is. But yeah, so I'm gonna go to bed because it's actually past midnight, so technically it's day 5. But tomorrow I have a bit of a busy day. We're going to the States during the day, and so I don't exactly know when we're getting back. I'm thinking like early evening, late afternoon kind of time. So I'm probably gonna do my writing either when we get home or just after dinner. It kind of depends on how I'm feeling, what I want to do. Yeah, and then I might have plans on Sunday as well. And also I need to edit and upload this vlog. And I also have not finished my bullet journal spreads yet for the month. I worked on them like a little bit today, but we also had like plans today, and I was cleaning the entire house for these plans, so I ended up listening to my audiobook a lot for that, which was nice and it was fun, but I feel like I wasn't productive in like anything else. But yeah, so a bit of a busy weekend, but that's okay. I probably won't pull very high word counts this weekend, depending I guess on if I like the scenes that I'm writing, but just because I do have a bit of a busier schedule, I'm not anticipating super high word counts, but I would like to pull some higher word counts next week. Yeah, I don't know. I'm feeling very exhausted. I'm gonna go to bed and I will update you guys tomorrow. Okay, so it's now the end of day 5 of NaNoWriMo. I realize that I've been doing a lot of talking clips from this one angle, and I apologize for that, but it is what it is. So today I managed to write 1,778, which is pretty decent considering I didn't really feel like writing and I kept procrastinating it by doing other things, and I was out all day at the States, so lots of things going on today, mainly procrastination, but still managed to get that many words, which I'm very excited about. And I have a total word count of 10,083 words. So yeah, I hit 10k today, which is just so exciting considering we were only supposed to be at 8,000 and like 333 today, so I'm really happy with that. I don't know, hitting 10k just feels like a big milestone. It just feels like, you know, you're making progress and things are happening, and that's really exciting. So I don't love what I wrote today. I do feel like I'm starting to get in a bit of a flow with it now, but I feel like I've been having difficulty getting into the voice of like the love interest. Like, I'm just finding his dialogue to be really difficult, and I don't really know why. So I'm hoping that I can find his voice at some point a bit better. I don't know, like I just feel like my writing has been so stiff in the past few days and the entirety of NaNoWriMo so far, honestly. So I don't really know what that's about. I don't know, but we've got some exciting things coming up in the outlines, so I am like getting excited to write more, but it's just, I don't know, it's definitely not turning out how I want it to, but that's how drafting always goes. It's fine. Like I've mentioned before, I'm not gonna worry about it too much. It's just a little annoying, but it is what it is. Tomorrow is the last day of the week and the last day of this vlog. I need to edit this video, so that's a big goal for tomorrow, is to edit this video. I may or may not have plans with my family. I honestly don't know. It's kind of all up in the air, but I'm kind of betting on no right now. But something that I do really need to do is finish my bullet journal spreads. I almost finished them today. Kind of. I finished like the fine lining of everything and I did some of the coloring, so I'm gonna try to finish it tomorrow. I do have a lot to do, so I'm not expecting a high word count day, probably something similar to today, and then I'm hoping possibly for some higher word count days in this next week because I am ahead, but I would like to get a little bit more ahead so that I can finish this as quickly as possible. But I do have like a really busy week next week, which I will talk about more in the next vlog. But yeah, I am so happy that I hit 10k today. That was my goal, which is why I kept writing past the word count goal for the day. But I'm gonna go to bed now and I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Okay, so it is now Sunday. It is the last day of this vlog. I just wanted to close it out real quick. I'm not gonna lie, writing was really hard today. I kept procrastinating and doing other things. I finished my bullet journal spreads, which was great, which also led me to finish the audiobook I was listening to and start another one. And then I think I was watching YouTube maybe, and then I ate dinner, and then I watched some Jeopardy because it's the Tournament of Champions right now, and I've been recording it all week and then just not watching it. So I watched 2 episodes of that when I only intended to watch 1. And then I tried writing, and then I kept procrastinating, and honestly I was checking all my buddies' progress on the NaNoWriMo website instead of actually writing. And then I decided to make a hot chocolate and have cookies, and so I was watching YouTube while I ate the cookies. It's just been a whole mess of a day, and I still need to edit this writing vlog, and it's like past 10 p.m. so love that for me. But I'm not gonna lie, this was super funny to me. I didn't know how much I had written, and so I went to go put my word count into the NaNoWriMo site, and it just so happened to be at exactly 1,667 words, which is the word count for the day. Like, that is the daily word count for NaNoWriMo, which I just thought was so funny. Like, I probably could have written to the end of this scene, but I was like, no, you know what? This feels like fate. It was exactly the word count that I needed to be at, so I'm gonna leave it here, and I think that's pretty funny. Like, what are the chances that I hit the exact daily word count? I don't know, but I'm just gonna roll with it. I tried to memorize what my total word count was before I came in here to film the clip, and now I can't remember what it was. So I'm just gonna put the final word count up on the screen, but I know that it's over 11,000 and I'm super happy with that. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did enjoy it, give it a huge thumbs up. Comment down below and let me know how NaNoWriMo week 1 has gone for all of you. I'd really love to know. Subscribe if you have not yet already, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!